Don't mind me, I'm just scratching an itch. Anyways, one last thing I'm going to quickly do before I go into the rocket hideout here. Just going to quickly rush back up to Route 43 and pick up the only thing that I actually need to catch here. Oh god damn it, really? Okay, that's really annoying. Okay, never mind. Apparently the radio transmission is just sort of blocking out all other radio transmissions here. So I'm gonna have to frickin' knock this goddamn signal off. Okay. Because today being Wednesday is also Hyper Beam to Guy. Excellent. But yeah, since today's Wednesday, I was gonna go and pick up Altaria from Route 43. It's accessible through Meridian Sound. Obviously, I can't do that right now. So we're just gonna completely ignore that. One final attempt to put off doing this, and the game wouldn't even let me do that, so obviously the game really wanted me to do this. I'm just going to put that off for like 2 more seconds to see if... Okay, yeah, I figured this place to be blocked. Yeah, Rage Candy Bar. Don't even know why I picked up one of these, but, wait, what? Joe has many... Slow down, enjoy so... Okay, whatever. I apparently thought that... Whatever. I'm just going to ignore that. Where the hell is this stupid Rage Candy Bar? Where's the Rage Candy Bar? Seriously, where the hell is it? Did I seriously just get ripped off? I think I just got ripped off. Really? Game? Wow, I legitimately did just get ripped off. Wait, no, it's right here. The fuck? Okay, that's rather weird. I'm not entirely sure if the Rage Candy Bar has this sort of purpose originally, but... Okay, whatever. I will just go on a bit of a tangent about the Rage Candy Bar, because it's the only reason that guy is blocking you from even making any further progress towards the east. I mean, they could have easily moved him to out the front of Ice Cave or something like that, or Ice Path or whatever, and let me explore that area at least, but apparently not. They're just going to sort of leave it there. Also, got to go back to get frickin' Tropius. I really should just be throwing this out, but whatever, I'm not going to. It's already started as a train wreck. I'm just going to roll with it because I don't care. God damn it. So anyways, Rage Candy Bars were introduced in Gen 2. You can only buy them before you knocked over the Team Rocket. And you pay $300 for them, and they would just heal 20 HP. They were quite literally just a repackaged potion for the most part. Also, these potion statues have alarms. And so we've got to fight this idiot. Alright. Anyways, I do not believe that they ever really made much of an appearance in Gen 3. If they did, it wasn't very noteworthy. I'm not entirely sure if the item was, like, refixed to do something else in Gen 4. But obviously that seems to have been the case here. Unless it was just modified for the hack or something like that. And so it basically just serves no real purpose. You could get one in Gen 5, particularly Black and White 1, and the only purpose that it served was to awaken one of the weird statues outside the Relic Castle, which would turn out to actually be a Darmanitan that could utilize its Zen mode. Now this would be nice and whatnot, except for the fact that Darmanitan Zen mode sucks. Also, when you trigger these, you have to fight 2 Rocket Grunts. It's very annoying because I wanted to go back and heal, but the game was just like, no, you have to fight something else. Well, screw you too, I guess. That Poison Fang did far less damage than it had any right to. So, the fact that I'm gonna have to knock this thing out with a wing attack in order to make progress. Bulbat is not really proving its worth well enough here, it seems. But whatever, I'll just move on. So, you can eventually get a Rage Candy Bar in the 6th generation. I don't know if you can get an X and Y, but you could definitely get a couple in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire through the Trick Room. And I think it was at that point that it was modified to become a full heal, because there's a whole bunch of different items that you can get that all basically count as full heals, and they all come from different regions. Like, Hoenn has the lava cookie, Sinnoh has the old gateau, Unova has the Castelia cone. I believe Carlos actually has 2. It's got the Lumiose galette, whatever the hell that is, some kind of biscuit, and I can't remember what the other one was, but I'm pretty sure it had 2. And obviously Alola had the big Malasada, and so they all have just this variant on a full heal that's just like some weird funky looking biscuit. And the Rage Candy Bar became the equivalent for Gen 2. Marvel Scale, I don't want to hit this thing with a status then, because that boosts its defense, but it looks like I may have to. Actually, no, Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage is still doing a decent job. The problem, however, is that this thing is using Recover. Oh well. Put it on its ass anyway. We want to just do that. Yeah. And you can get all 7 of these, well, you can get all of the weird biscuit full heal thingamabob items in Sun and Moon. You just have to order something from the weird cafe and the Pokemon centers. And the item that you would get is dependent entirely on the day. The only time it's really that useful, though, is on Sundays, because there you actually get a rare candy. And no, the rare candy was not changed. It was all... thankfully, it is still, they'll just increase 1 level. But it's a good way to get a couple of rare candies if you need to grind for those. Like, you're going to need at least a couple rare candies if you're going to use the power leveling method with the 2 rare kitchen 5 stars. So, that's a nice thing to have. Anyways, the Persian statues no longer set alarms off because I just switched that feature off. And as far as I'm aware, this room only has 1 other Rocket Grunt, and I believe he's over here. Yeah, he's just here. Yeah, explosives set in the floor in the form of not actual bombs, but they are in fact just Pokemon that can blow themselves up. So, for example, Voltorb and Koffing and along those sorts of lines. Now, that was very annoying because I kept missing. I missed twice in a row, and it was able to stockpile 3. Thankfully, swallowing that made it so that the stockpile effect wore off. Now, that was a mag cargo, I believe it said, wasn't it? So, Kaiser should be able to put this thing on its ass with the Surf. And he tanked the Surf. Kaiser, you are very, very disappointing right now. You could not one-shot a fucking mag cargo with Surf. That is just not correct. I don't care if it's gotten a special defense boost in this hack. I don't actually know if it had a special defense boost in this hack, but it's still, you still had no right to fail to kill it there. That was some bullshit right there. Anyway, so I'm going to save state, because this weird floor of panels just sort of does that. Sets off explosions. There's a Voltorb, just going to run away from it. Could catch it, but no real reason to give a shit. I also like how they were randomly little personalized like that. So there's a Graveler. Obviously, all these Pokemon are going to be able to explode, and so here's a cloud of poison gas, which indicates not coughing, but wheezing. I guess it was modified for the hack. I don't know why. I don't know why the Voltorbs are still as such. I guess it just designed to hide the fact that you have to deal with electrodes at the end of this. Spoilers in case you weren't aware of that, but anyways. Quick run back to heal. I'll have to take the long way to get to the next floor anyway, because I don't want to have to deal with more wild encounters and shit. It's probably one of the worst places to encounter a shiny, because no matter what you run into, everything there can blow itself up. So it is not very good. Oh god damn it, really? Really? I just went back to heal. Oh, you fucking asshole game. Whatever. That guy was easily dodgeable, but again, I'm sort of just obligated to fight everybody here. And I would be complaining about this if not for the fact that I have shit to talk about. Dragon Rush. No, we're gonna skip out on that. The accuracy is not that great, and this thing's gonna be a special attacker over being physical anyway, so we're just... ouch. I'm gonna go with that. Ominous Wind. That's interesting. That's a nice little bit of type coverage, really. But it's still only a base 60 power move, so it's actually still not that great. I would send in Trap Tricks here. Yeah, screw it, I'll go for Ball Bat. Ball Bat should be able to put this thing on its ass. That Reflect does not help my cause. Okay, well I'm just going to put this thing... I'm just going to confuse this thing so it has a chance to smack itself up when it wakes up. That's cool. Hit it with the Poison Fang. Hit it with the Power of the Thunder. Something along those lines. Okay, now let me just quickly pause for a sec while I bring up the next Pokemon playthrough of the day. This is a rather random one. It's a bit like the Leaf Green one, except that this one wasn't actually on a bootleg cartridge. So once I'm actually done with this particular playthrough, I can actually send the team up. Because I'm not actually done with this playthrough yet. I've got everything fully evolved though. So there's no reason to not talk about it. I think I just have one more badge left to get, and then I gotta go knock the league over. This is for Pokemon Pearl. Now, I got a copy of Pokemon Pearl a while back. I didn't get it at the same time as Diamond, obviously. But I did get my hands on it. I eventually did lose that copy of Pearl as well. I don't know how I did, because this was after I left school, so it must have just disappeared into absolute nothingness. So I ended up getting another copy of it because I needed Palkia for transferring up to... Well, eventually it was going to be needed to transfer up to Gen 6, but obviously it wasn't there for that purpose. I just wanted to get all the... everything from Dream Radar. And so I got a copy of Pearl. This guy tells you about... yeah. You need passwords and shit. I know where they are, but I just gotta knock the trainers over here. But yeah, there. Just wanted to get the Palkia for the stuff from Dream Radar. And so, that's really the only real purpose it served. The fact that I had made a playthrough out of it was, I guess, kind of a bonus side thingy. But I didn't really care that greatly about the playthrough. But I eventually did throw together a pretty decent team, and I would like to complete it as a result. So, as you may be aware, Diamond and Pearl have a really, really shitty regional dex. It's expanded upon in Platinum and makes it a bit better, but it's still not really that great. It's particularly shitty in Diamond and Pearl because there's only 150 Pokemon, well 151 technically, but there's only like 2 or 3 fire-type families in that Pokedex. That includes the starter, so I went with the starter again, which is going to be kind of shitty because I plan on recreating my old Diamond team at some point in the future, and that used a Chimchar as its starter as well. So, had to go with the Chimchar again here. Well, didn't have to, but I did. I named it Brofist. Now, before people start having a period over this, just know that the inspiration for this name actually came from the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist archetype from Yu-Gi-Oh! I had absolutely no idea that it had anything to do with PewDiePie when I made the name, so if you're going to have a period over me at me over that, don't, because that wasn't the reason I had it. I gave it the name to begin with, so there you go. Well, it was an Infernape. It fought shit. It punched shit up. It burned stuff. Yeah. It is what it is. Next, for my grass type, I had my obligatory grass type. I went with the Roserade, which again puts me into a bit of a conundrum as to what I'm going to be, as to what the final 6 team members are going to be from the Diamond playthrough, because I had a Roserade in Diamond as well, and I'm kind of about using another one so soon. But I figured I might as well. I don't know. It's proven its worth in this playthrough at the very least, because I don't think it's particularly fast, but it's a really solid grass type. It means that I can put Bertha on her ass, the ground type user of the Elite Four. And so I was quite happy with that. Now, the name I gave for this thing is an interesting one indeed. You might not think it's a name. I named it Lion. It doesn't sound like a name. Yes, like I said, it doesn't sound like a name, but it actually is. I named it after a friend of mine. It is spelled L-I-I-R-N-E. I named it after a friend of mine. I don't really know what the overall inspiration behind naming this thing, giving this thing that particular name is. But, like, I had a graduation dinner when I graduated, like, friggin'... Like, I left high school. God damn it. Bulbat is... Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm about ready to dump Bulbat from the team, seriously. Because it's really, really not proving its worth in the absolute slightest. Okay, anyways. So yeah, there's both of the passwords. Oh, shit. Okay, got rid of it. Anyways, after all that stupid fucking... Am I done with... Okay, that's cool. Yeah, there's the dubious discs, and now I can get a Porygon Z if I wanted to. Anyways, if I can get over my whole disjointed thoughts issue thing, I can actually go on a tangent about this freaking weird dinner that I took part in. Like, I dropped out of school, but then I actually went and did my year 12 again at some, like, place, and they had, a graduation dinner thingamabob. And I noticed that the dress that this friend of mine was wearing, it's a very blurred memory, but I seem to just get the impression of roses from it. I have no idea if that is even remotely accurate, but that's what happened, and so I was just like, okay, well, I'll just roll with it, and just sort of just name something Rosy after her. It worked. I think I'm about done talking about the Rose Raid now. I'm going to go ahead and talk about Octillery. We used one of those in this playthrough, and I named it Paul. It's a generic sounding name, but the name actually came from the octopus that for some reason was just fucking psychic or some shit. It was the octopus that kept correctly guessing the... Oh god, really? Ugh. Alright, Confuse Ray. Wing Attack is not doing anything in the absolute slightest, so let's get in some... Oh, shit. Alright, fine. Wing Attack. Thank you. Yeah, Bulbat is not doing a very good job. I think I need to give it a better move. Or even maybe just focus on its special attacks. Ugh. That's not very good for a level 40. I can give it X Scissor. I can get X Scissor now. I don't know if it can get Poison Jab. What the hell is this? Whatever. Some frickin' Twitter update that I already know of. Anyways. Yeah, Paul the Octopus was an octopus that just kept correctly guessing who would win matches in a FIFA World Cup. I can't remember if it was the 2006 or 2010 World Cups, but if it was definitely one of those. And I think it only got like one wrong or something like that. I think at the end of the tournament it just got like cooked a lot. It just kind of got cooked and turned into someone's fancy pants dinner or some shit like that. I have no idea. It was very, very stupid, and so I decided to name my Octillery after it. Okay, can you fuck off? Yeah, Beepus is kind of useless in this whole Team Rocket thing. He just sort of shows up, pushes you around for no adequately explored reason, is just sort of there. Well, here's the funny thing. I make the observation that he doesn't sound like Giovanni, even though I've never heard of Giovanni in the slightest. Unless I saw him, like, appear on the TV or something like that when I was a young bab. Whatever. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's like, have the password. Okay, go ahead and say it. Still doesn't open. Voice activated, haha. Dick. Skuntank. I do have a ground move for this. I could put it on its ass very easily with said ground move. But I'm going to go ahead and Fire Fang. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch into Bulbat, because Bulbat is completely immune to Dick. You're going to go to sleep. No, you're going to go to sleep. Thank you. And then I'm just going to murder you with Wing Attack. Okay, cool. I like how it kept outspeeding me while it was asleep. I guess it just kept trying to spam Protect on me. But whatever. 2 Pokemon left to get to level 40 here. Jesus Christ, that Thunderbolt didn't do anywhere near as much as it should have. Oh well, Hydro Pump makes up for it. I'm glad he didn't get poisoned, because poison would have put it on its ass there. Alright, fine. Crobat Mirror Match. Totally gonna get outsped here. Yeah, really? Are you actually kidding me right now? Why the fuck does this thing know Attract? That is some bullshit. Okay. U-turn, full Eradicate. In that case, I'll go into Trap Tricks. You can go to sleep. Get up a Sword Stance. Get up another Sword Stance. Seed Bomb. Murder. Outsped and killed by a bug move. Yeah, figured as much. Goes into Toxicroak, which I don't necessarily mind, because I can put this thing to sleep and just smash it with some wing attacks. I know I'm spamming the bit of a speed up key here, and I've got 3 other team members to take care of. God, why the fuck do you know Stone Edge? Fuck's sake. God, that's annoying. See, that's why I keep Quick Attack on the team. But yeah, Patrol was a bit more obnoxious than he had any right to be there. That's cool. But in case it hasn't been made painfully obvious, there is a Chatot in the room. Indeed. In Gold, Silver, Crystal, this was actually a Murkrow, because Chatot didn't exist. But, the shitty part is I actually can't even go back to heal, because as soon as I go towards the door, I'm probably going to get set off by it's probably going to set off a event of some variety that involves having to fight more Rocket Executives. I think I've got to fight Ariana again. Alright, well, I'm going to have to revive anyway and do a whole bunch of mass healing. And while I do this, I'll talk about the Noctowl that I used. The Noctowl was named, I think I named it Tawny, after the Tawny Frogmouth. I had used a Hoot a couple of times before, but I ended up ditching it, and so I eventually made a point to get one and actually keep it for the entirety of the playthrough. So this Pearl playthrough is said playthrough. It's my designated Hypnosis user. It's got the Psychic attacks for a nice little bit of type coverage. I don't think it does much in the way of flying moves. I think it is my designated flyer though, so it's just sort of sitting there. And next team member I had was a Spiritomb. It's quite interesting to have a Spiritomb in Diamond and Pearl, because the only way to do it is to mess around with the underground once you've actually gotten the odd keystone, but I eventually did do that, and I got it. And so I named it number C108. Now, there actually isn't a number 108 in any form in Yu-Gi-Oh! But the 108 draws from the fact that the Spiritomb is made by the union of 108 spirits. It is also number 108 in the Sinnoh Pokedex. So I figured I might as well name it number C108. I could have just called it number 108, but that would have been not quite as fancy and original, so I named it number C108, the C standing for Chaos. And slow as it is, it's Gen 4, so it doesn't actually have any weaknesses, and so it was quite good. And then my last team member was a Steelix. I didn't even know how I can't even remember how I evolved it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can't even remember how I evolved this thing. I think I might have just sent it over to another game that had a metal coat and sent it over. I don't know. I could well have actually just caught a Steelix as it is, and just not bothered to use it as an Onyx, but I can't remember. This one was named Kachin. It's a rather odd name, and it's a rather obscure reference as well. Kachin is a type of metal, black in color, that appears in Dragon Ball Z. It is stated by the Supreme Kai to be the hardest known metal in the universe, although I guess that now only counts for the 7th universe. I'm going to go ahead and put Sleep Out on that Arbok. Oh. That's his Dragonair, not mine. Yay, I'm a derp. Alright, I'm going to set up a Sword Stance then, while Dragonair just spams Dragon Pulse, I guess. I also like how he's using a Dragonair here and not a Dragonite. I'm also annoyed that he's going after the Arbok. Oh, actually, no, he is going after the Arbok. I meant to be going after the Hypno. I'm an idiot. That's the way. Apologies for the stupidity there, but yeah, it's the hardest known metal in the universe. Its only real appearance in Dragon Ball Z was when the Supreme Kai summoned a block of it out of nowhere to give to Goku so that he could throw it at Gohan and he could, like, hit it with the Z Sword. Obviously, there's a reason it is the hardest known metal in the universe, because that piece of Kachin ended up breaking the Z Sword, and everybody freaked the fuck out over it until they realized that it freed the old Kai, and so it actually had absolutely no real detrimental effects. Trap Tricks does not have very good defenses, does it? Although I think Honchkrow actually has some pretty good offenses, so can't necessarily fault it for that. So I'm going to go into my Dragonair here, because I'm going to be able to put one of these things on its ass. I'm going to aim for the mark. And I get the first go as well with Quick Claw. I'm happy with that. Oh, you had Stone Edge, but you didn't use it on the Honchkrow. Come on. Oh, don't die. Really? I don't care if that killed the Honchkrow. Kaiser had no right to die from that. That is bullshit. Oh, fuck. That Aerodactyl better have some kind of answer to the Magnezone here. Okay, Fire Fang is good. Even though that's not even a fucking 2 KO. That's barely a 3 KO. Fuck. Okay, that's terrible. Then anyways, Steelix is even slower than anything else on the team, as you might expect, because it's a gigantic snake made of steel. Oh, no, 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 no. You can go to sleep right fucking now. Wait. It used Lock On, which means that the next attack you throw at it should miss. And then it threw an attack and missed. Either there is something weird with the way Lock On works in this hack or possibly generation, or it locked on to Bulbat and tried using a move against Aerodactyl. That is so dumb, but it is hilarious at the same time. Okay, whatever. I think I'm about done talking about the Pearl playthrough anyway, so I don't think there's too much I need to really talk about. So, only thing I can really say is that the Steelix it's my physical tank, it's my Earthquake user to destroy shit, and yeah, does stuff. Anyways, last thing that we need to do here is knock these 3 electrodes out. I don't actually know if I have an electrode. If I don't, then I'm obviously going to need to catch one from here. So that's why I'm going to need to lead with Bulbat here, so that I can put it to sleep immediately. Don't know why I'm throwing a save state here, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Okay, I do not actually have an electrode. I should be able to outspeed anyway. No. You need to go to sleep. Okay, and I should be able to catch it now. Nope. Broke out immediately. Okay, cool. Got it. In that case, I can now move into Talia and put the other 2 on their ass. Unless one of these last 2 happens to be a shiny. Heaven help me if it is. Okay, cool. That crisis has been averted. And so now we've put the electrode on their ass, except for that one that I caught. And he gives you the Whirlpool HM. That's cool, I guess. And so he just kind of buggers off. And that brings us to the end of this section. Now, with any luck, the radio signal should be destroyed. Yep, there goes the thing. Because that was totally a real tree right there. That should give me access to proper radio reception here. Yep, that is. Okay. Quick. I'm just going to completely ignore that. Anyways. Here we have an Altaria. I'm going to hit it with an Ice Shard because it should be able to tank that. And I'm going to catch it. No, I'm going to catch it. No, I'm going to catch it. Thank you. Okay, so that's everything in Route 43. I have the electrode. I'm not too sure if I have further access here. No, I don't. Why don't you slow... I've already been to those places. Stop being a fucking twit. Now, see, the only reason he's blocking your path there is because you still have to knock over Team Rocket at the radio tower. But that shouldn't prevent you in the absolute slightest from having a look at the very least in Route 44, but apparently it is. So, yeah, that's still some grade A bullshit. Okay, I believe I am fully healed. And I could probably go and mess around in the Mahogany Gym, but I'm gonna go ahead and not do that. Yeah, I don't have anything else I really want to do. I figured I might as well save the Mahogany Gym for next time, so... I think I have one thing that I actually need to pick up through Pastoral Sound from Ruins of Alpha. I think I need to get another couple of Togepi. I should probably check that off screen once I'm done here, because I am actually now done here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save Mahogany Gym for next time. I'm just going to call the segment here, so... I'm going to be doing that next time. I'm going to be doing a somewhat decent chunk of the Team Rocket takeover in Goldenrod. And then we're probably going to end up ending the week by knocking Team Rocket off the frickin' perch that they seem to have decided to put themselves on because they're that fucking obnoxious that they feel like they need to do so. So there you go. I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good thing I went and checked the locations list because I actually found out I hadn't even got a Zatu yet, so might as well show this off. There's not much point in showing this off in a freaking hall next time if I'm only going to be encountering this and a couple more Togepis. There's no other place you can get Togepi or its evolutions in this game, so I'm going to have to come back here tomorrow with Pastoral Sound and get a couple more Togepis. And unfortunately, that means I've got to freaking sit around with a couple of Togepis in my freaking party and just sort of give them a whole bunch of vitamins and shit like that and get their happiness up and whatnot so I can evolve them. And then I gotta bloody use a shiny stone on one of them in order to evolve it into a Togekiss and have that line implemented into the friggin' dex. So, good times for me are coming up, aren't they? Because it's actually just occurred to me as well. Because there is actually one other thing that I have yet to pick up over in Mahogany Town. And if I take something out of the PC, I will quickly just pop this in its correct location, which I believe is about here. Drop Crobat off. It's going to have a new moveset at the start of next segment, by the way, because I've worked out what it can get and what I'm probably going to give to it anyway. Go in here, talk to Riley, and he will give you a Riolu egg. And because this is the only place you can get a Riolu, I've also got to level this thing up with happiness, and so I can evolve it into a Lucario. And then I have to breed it to get a Riolu egg. So, hooray. I am going to go ahead and... Well, I'm going to stop the recording here. I'm going to hatch this Riolu. And then I will probably just show it off at some point next time. And yay. I'll probably pick up the Togepi's as well before I start the segment as well. So I'll just sort of show those off. But yeah, see you next time.